Who's winning the Super Bowl? Where do you see players land in the NFL draft? And who are the winners at the NBA trade deadline? All that and more coming right up. It's the season premiere of the Water Cooler. Where else would you rather be? Good morning and welcome to the Water Cooler, your home for USC Sports Banter. I'm your host, Anthony Patino, joined alongside Terrence Holland, Liam Irvin, and Judo Kanyas. Now, the biggest day in the entire sports calendar is Sunday. The 60th Super Bowl is just a few days away, featuring the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots. Now, guys, there's no reason to beat around the bush here. I want to know, who do you guys think is winning the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I'm taking the Pats, and that's going to upset some of my Pacific Northwest friends because of Seattle. I'm taking the Patriots, though.
There's betrayal out to your friends.
I know.
Yeah.
Everyone talks about the Seahawks defense. No one talks enough about New England's defense. They've been lights out in the playoffs so far. 3.1 rush yards per carry. That's what they're allowing. They've been ridiculously good. Going up against a pretty good rush offense, Kenneth Walker. I'm taking the Patriots because of that rush offense.
I see where you're coming from, but it is easier for a defense to stop guys in a blizzard, right? Like in the AFC Championship game, no one was really moving the ball at all.
Let me push that back, though, because
let's also talk about how they beat C.J. Stroud in the worst game of his entire life.
They were not moving the ball when it wasn't snowing.
Yeah.
That was just because that was just a bad
But
game.
you're also playing a backup quarterback, and then you're also playing C.J. Stroud the
and
round
also
before.
the Chargers.
They beat 3 of the top 5 defenses, though, in this playoff run
No,
as
that's
well.
true,
So-
but also Drake May has been sacked 15 times. He has 6 fumbles. And I just look at the Seattle defense that has been flying across the field. And look, Will Campbell, he's had a solid rookie year, but this playoffs,
He's been
it's
bad.
been
I'll
rough.
give you that.
It
It's
has
been
been
bad.
rough.
Yeah.
And
He
this
should
is a
move to
defense,
left guard, realistically.
especially a front seven, that I'm a little concerned about. I think DeMarcus Lawrence, Will Campbell, that's the matchup to watch.
Look, as Jude said, Drake May has been lit up. And the Seahawks have not only the number 1 defense in the league, they have the number 1 scoring defense in the league. The Pats will not be able to compete against that.
I am not as convinced by that. And you can talk about this in a second more, but they gave up a lot of yards and points to the Rams last week.
I agree, but when you see a team 3 times in a season, you know their tendencies, right? Like the Rams have seen the Seattle Seahawks 2 times in the regular season,
Okay, but
so
I
you
think
have
you
a
could-
better understanding
I think
of
that
how
works
the
both
defense
ways,
works.
though.
No,
I
sure,
think
it
their
does.
team, the Patriots team, is similar to the Rams in ability-wise. I think that
They don't have the receiving talent.
I agree with that. I
Fine,
agree with
please.
that. I agree with that. I want to push back for a second.
Yeah.
Narrative-wise,
Narrative.
No, we got
who do we see deserving to win the Super Bowl?
Still the Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Still the Seahawks.
And why?
They get
and why?
revenge.
And don't give me the reason of Sam Darnold being
Yeah,
a
that's
USC
not it.
quarterback.
No,
I don't want that.
I will. Again, I think
get
they're the best
revenge.
defense in the league. They also have an electrifying offense. They have not only the best wide receiver in the league, they have now just determined the best offensive player in the league in Jackson Smith-Njigba.
Yeah.
The Emerald City Route Artist?
City Route
Some are saying the Emerald City Route Artist. Some have been known to say that, but they can't compete against that. The Seahawks are the clear and obvious choice. I think it's absolutely ridiculous that anybody would even pick the Pats. That's absurd.
Yeah.
What about the Boston Route Stopper? You know who I'm talking about?
And that's
Christian
exactly why the
Gonzalez.
Patriots
Gonzalez.
are That is
She
exactly
gone.
why the
She gone.
Patriots
What a loser.
Arguably one of the best corners in the game. We've been talking about the run defense. The pass defense is pretty damn good, too.
It is, 100%. I want to talk about a photo from, 4 or 5 years ago. Stephon Diggs, looking at that celebration. Stephon Diggs needs
my
a Super Bowl.
goodness.
Don't
When you talk about
don't
individual
talk to me
player
about that
narrative,
picture.
Stephon Diggs deserves a Super Bowl. 100%.
Are we talking about
Mike Vrabel played on the Pats.
He wasn't even on
wait.
the Patriots when he took
Why-
that photo.
why-
He was on the Buffalo
that's
Bills.
fine. That's
This is
fine.
like his. He was on the Texans.
I'm talking
after
about
that. Now
Diggs
he's-
himself winning a Super Bowl,
doesn't matter.
and then pan out to the Patriots.
If you want to talk about any narrative, though, this is about the Seattle Seahawks getting revenge for what happened in that Malcolm Butler play.
Okay,
Like, you
fair.
want to talk about narrative. That is
Fair.
the biggest narrative out of all of them.
And that's fair enough, but will you actually care at the end of the day if they get the revenge? Will you be like, that's cool?
Yes, it would.
Yes, I will.
I don't like the Patriots at all.
I don't think it matters
I don't
that
like
much.
the Patriots at all.
What's the new narrative? Oh my gosh, the Patriots are back? That's boring. And no one wants to see that.
They rebuilt from a 4-13 season last year with a first-year head coach and a second-year quarterback.
The story is great. Mike Vrabel getting Coach of the Year, well-deserved. But at the end of the day, we spent our childhood just watching the Patriots dominate and dominate.
Okay,
That I'll give you.
and
That I'll
Do I
give you.
want to see
That'll
them
give you.
So I
dominate
can't
again?
believe I'm defending them, though. This Patriots team is likable.
I agree.
Unlike
I agree.
years
Sure.
past.
I agree.
Tom
I
Brady,
don't disagree
Bill
with that.
Belichick, unlikable.
I'll give you likable, but look, the Seahawks are by far more likable than the Patriots. And now, look, USC's got a quarterback, as you mentioned, Sam Darnold playing the Super Bowl. First ever. But there's some other USC players looking to make the Super Bowl soon. Kyle and Alana got where those players might end up.
That's right, Anthony. Let's take a look at our draft prospects. Alana, we'll get into some USC players and where they'll be in the NFL draft. But Alana, who do you have first?
Absolutely. Obviously, we have to start off with Fernando Mendoza. He is reliable. We saw it this year. His stats speak for itself. He's a lead in the red zone. Not only that, he's a leader. He led the Hoosiers to their first undefeated season. He's a fearless competitor. We saw that in their game against Miami. His success alone shows why he is the clear top pick. Now, moving on, we have to go with Arvell Reese from Ohio State. Now, he still had 2 more years left of eligibility, decided to declare for the draft. He's a versatile player known for his elite athleticism, his speed, his size, and his speed alone lets him cover a ton of ground, and he's effective in all the ways possible. Now, moving on to Jeremiah Love. Lastly, in my top 3, Heisman finalist. He's a fast, explosive running back. He can run, he can catch, he can score. Versatile as well. His accolades go on and on. Became the top running back in college football for the 2025 season. That's just to name a few. But Kyle, I know you have
We have some similar picks, and we're gonna get to that in just a second. I mean, Fernando Mendoza, he's going number 1 as we take a look at mine here. I mean, there's no question about it. Check that LinkedIn. He's got a resume. Led Indiana's 16-0 season for the first time in history. Won the Heisman. All around mobile quarterback, immaculate ball placement, can really find his way in the end zone, cuts down the sacks. I mean, the Raiders could definitely use him. Now let's take a look at Jeremiah Love. It's February, where the love is at, and that's where he's going to be, is because for any NFL team that he goes to, I mean, he can break tackles like a box of graham crackers with 64 missed tackles last season, along with 18 rushing touchdowns. Once he breaks away, you can't even stop him. Now let's take a look at the defensive guy right here, Reuben Bain Jr. I mean, led Miami's defense literally to the national championship last year. A defensive threat, good angles when coming off the edge. He's known for his aggressive hands, can really get in the face, put the pressure on the quarterback. And I mean, overall, he even had 1 forced fumble last season for the Hurricanes. But now, let's take a look at some of the Trojans. And first, who do we have here? Let's see. Is Mekhi Lemon.
Okay.
Alana, where do you have him going?
Okay, I have Mekhi Lemon going to the Ravens. I think Mekhi, he is consistent. He has elite ball skills. He's just great overall. We're going to talk about Jacoby later, but I see Mekhi to the Ravens. Lamar Jackson, that is an iconic duo, and I feel like that would be a great fit for him.
Look, he's definitely a top 10 pick. I mean, I got him going to the Saints. Who dat nation, where you at? I mean, his ability to get in the end zone, one of the cleanest route runners I've ever seen. Had overall phenomenal performance last season for the Trojans, and really, he's going to be an offensive threat, especially in the team that he gets drafted to, and I think it's New Orleans, and the city's going to love him there. Now let's take a look at where Jacoby Lane is going to go.
Now, Jacoby Lane, there's a lot of teams Jacoby Lane could go to, obviously, but I have Jacoby going to the Panthers, and this is because his size, his ability to drive the offense, he creates opportunities, he's reliable in the red zone, and that is exactly what Bryce Young needs. The Panthers could use a little bit more improvement in the red zone, and having Lane as a dependable target would definitely add that value and help them finish drives. So, who knows? I see him going to the Panthers, Kyle.
Look, I mean, the Panthers are a young team, but he's going to be a Las Vegas Raider along with Fernando Mendoza. I mean, he could really complement this offense, especially with Mendoza because of his 50-50 ball skills in the end zone, a 6'4" frame coming off the line of scrimmage, and that can be an offensive threat, something that the Raiders have been looking for. I mean, his 3 years at USC, he had 18 touchdowns and 99 receptions. So if you're the Raiders, I'm going for this guy. You need some help, something they've been looking for. So we'll see what happens, but that's all we got for you guys down here. Let's send it back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Kyle and Alana. We've been talking a lot of NFL, but we are in the NBA season right now, and a big deadline just passed, the trade deadline. Casey and Liam are here to talk a little bit about who they think their winners and losers are. So, Casey, I'll start with you. You took someone who lost one of their arguably more notable players. Why do you think the Clippers are the winners?
Yeah, the Clippers made 2 moves that put them in the right direction. They got way younger. I mean, trading James Harden, 36 years old, for Darius Garland, who's 26 years old. The contract works out. James Harden's on a team option next year. You bring in a guy in Darius Garland who, when is healthy, he's a two-time All-Star. He can score at any level. And then they traded Ivica Zubac, who is an appreciating asset. There's not a ton of appreciating assets in the NBA. It's a league with so many injuries. You bring in a potentially top 5 to 9 pick in the Pacers pick this year. You bring in Benedict Mathurin, who's 23. I see a team that was old, that got a lot younger, and has the backcourt of their future.
Interesting. Now, Liam, you're taking the hometown heroes for yourself. Why do you think the Wizards won this trade?
I can't hold back the smile anymore. The Washington Wizards are back. Dawkins did a fantastic job at the trade deadline. Being able to keep that young core, Casey and Campbell, being able to keep Coulibaly, Sarr, Carrington, all of those guys has really been impactful. And you see this trend in the NBA so far. The lower teams with that floor salary cap now trying to compete. You go out and get Anthony Davis, the big move, and then a month ago you get Trae Young. Both of those guys will be shut down for the remainder of the season and potentially get a top 5 draft pick in this upcoming draft. Arguably the lowest draft class maybe of all time, some are saying.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see what the success is going into the rest of the season. But there were definitely some losers in this trade deadline, especially with all the talk beforehand. Casey, who do you think the loser was?
Yeah, so the Golden State Warriors are like the biggest what-if team of all time. I mean, they have a deal on the table.
Biggest what-if team of all
right
time.
Right now. Not screw all the championships. I'm talking right now. They're going to get Giannis. They're going to get Jaren Jackson Jr. Apparently what happened was they had a deal on the table for Jaren Jackson Jr. and then said, let's table that. Let's pivot to Giannis. But then Giannis was off the market, so they had to pivot from Giannis to Kristaps Porzingis and gave up their most valuable trade asset in Jonathan Kuminga, which, wasn't going to work out in Golden State anyways. But I don't know. Porzingis is a very good player when he's healthy, but that's also a huge
might not
what
play
if.
20 games in the season.
Yeah.
Ironically, my pick is the Utah Jazz for the loser of the trade deadline. It's a little bit of a hot take. I understand that. But I think that the direction that the Jazz were trending in, listen, they're 13th in the West right now, so obviously they're not going to contend this season. And to the credit, I think it's a similar situation to the Wizards. They're not going to get that to go out and win a championship this year. But I think Jaren Jackson Jr. doesn't fit in their offensive scheme so far. In this season so far, the Jazz have really collectively moved the ball well. I'll give you a stat real quick, Casey. Over the past 3 seasons, 27 players have averaged 20 points or more. Only 3 players have had fewer than 3 assists in that stretch. 2 of those players, Jaren Jackson Jr., Lauri Markkanen. I think the spacing, the ball movement is going to be interesting to figure out. I could be wrong on this, but I think the Jazz are a lot farther away after the moves they made instead of tanking the rebuild and going after someone in free agency this offseason.
Yeah, well, we're going to take a quick break before we talk about more NBA, such as the All-Star snubs, Olympic outfits, and our best childhood outfits. Don't go anywhere. The water cooler will be right back.
Back to the water cooler. I'm Anthony Bettino, joined alongside Terrence Holden, Casey Cowser, and Judo Kanyas. Now, the NBA All-Star Game is fast approaching in our backyard of Los Angeles, and all players have been selected, and the star power is fit for Hollywood. But some athletes didn't make the cut who probably should have. So, guys, with that being said, who do you think got snubbed from the All-Star Game?
I'm going to go with a guy who our good friend Liam was just talking about, Lauri Markkanen. I know he's on like a 13-win Jazz team. This guy plays like an all-star every year. There's no supporting cast around him until now. He's averaging 27 and 7. He's been a fantastic forward the last 6 years of his career. I've been wanting Portland to trade bum Jeremy Grant and some picks for him for so long. Didn't do it, but I think he should have been an all-star.
I'm going to go with probably the most obvious pick is Michael Porter Jr. He has comparable shooting splits to Giannis, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Jokic, and a whole other laundry list of guys. And there's so many guys. Can we talk about some of the guys who got picked that just aren't deserving? Pascal Siakam is having a much worse season. I know, like, basketball, like, everyone's saying it's positionless, but somehow the All-Star Game is not positionless, and, like, a center can get in over a forward or, like, a guard. But, like, Karl Anthony Towns getting in over Michael Porter Jr., you look at the stats,
on the world
is ridiculous. Like, Michael Porter Jr. averaging 25 a game, 6 rebounds. He's carrying the Nets. I know they're not a good team, but he has been a scorer for the first time in his career.
Yeah, I'd probably go. I was going to say a guy that was going to be able to play in an All-Star game in his own arena, but he got traded. So it's going to be James Harden, though, who's now on the Cleveland Cavaliers. And look, I mean, he's having probably his best season since that 2019 MVP year. He's averaging 25 and 8. His shooting splits are pretty good, and overall, his usage rate is at an all-time high. Pretty much, you got to go back to 2019. So I think James Harden, what he's been doing, and look, the Clippers have had a surge in these last few months. I know, obviously, Kawhi Leonard coming back has also had impact, and I also think Kawhi Leonard, he just got named All-Star, and if he wasn't, that was also ridiculous from the start. But I think James Harden is my snub.
That would have been absolutely absurd if Kawhi didn't pick that.
100%.
I was, in fact, going to say him before he did make the team eventually. But, Jude, I'm right there with you with James Harden. I mean, and in my opinion, there is absolutely no way that Chet should have been picked over him. I mean,
it goes back to the position thing.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
But with that, Chet, there's rebounds, assists are kind of similar. Chet's averaging about 18. Harden's averaging about 25.
Well, he's on a better team too.
The
The Clippers sucked without Harden.
And he was keeping them alive.
That's where I wanted to
keeping
add
them
in.
alive.
That's where I think Lauri Markkanen should have been over. Chet, they're the same. That's where the position could come into hand if it was actually 4 positions. Lauri's been 10 times better than Chet. He just happens to play on the Thunder versus the Jazz.
Well, we're kind of hating on Chet a lot right
Yes,
here, but
we should.
But on this topic, who do you guys think your guys should have been picked over?
I'm going to say Chet Holmgren. I'm going to keep
We're
on.
all just
I think
We all can't
if
pick
I'm
Chet
going
here.
if I'm going based off position, I'm taking James Harden over Devin Booker.
I'm going to throw another name out
Ooh,
there too.
Devin, really?
Booker.
No, Devin Booker's had a really good year, but I think if you look at the numbers and you're just going based off numbers, and if you're going off wins, obviously Devin Booker has had the better year with the Suns.
Yeah.
But number-wise, I would say James Harden, and their usage rate is
I'll
pretty
throw
much the
some
same.
non-Chet.
Conferences, though.
Yes, I'll throw some non-Chet hate in there. Jamal Murray. I think Jamal Murray's been fine. It is so easy to be Robin when you have a Batman.
Let me give you one more name.
Sure, Jokic has been hurt for a while, but it is so much easier for Jamal Murray to be injured, for Jokic to be injured, and for Murray to be that B guy. Whereas Lauri, he's the A1 guy. What do you
Casey,
want
I
to tell
wanna
me?
hear
Casey?
what
I mean, if we're sticking to the conferences, Norman Powell. too.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's agreed.
He's had a very solid season, but the Heat are not very good,
I mean,
and he's the main reason
just
they're
looking
okay.
at the West All-Stars versus the East All-Stars,
It's
this is
bit
a longer
ridiculous.
conversation,
Yeah.
but my God, the East All-Stars are terrible
But I think
in comparison.
I think this has been a trend we've seen in the last few years. Like the
Yeah.
West has always just kind of been better than
Yeah,
the Eastern
it's true.
Conference. So I don't know. I think that's the trend we're seeing. But it's also now we have this funky world versus USA round robin. So it's like we're not even really
yeah.
Stars
gonna
and
see-
stripes, baby.
We're
That's
not
the
even
thing,
seeing
I
the
don't
East
really-
versus the West. Really, it doesn't.
I don't even
why does
really
that matter?
understand how it works, to be perfectly honest. I didn't.
From my understanding, it's like a
Right,
round.
that's what I
It's like a
thought.
round robin. There's like 4 games, 12 minutes each, and then I guess it'll kind of be like.
And then does the winner of the G
style.
League one also come in there? Is that in there? Because I thought that was there last year.
I think
Just like a
think
bucket
so.
of like a bunch of teams.
It's just,
also,
but this is the
like-
problem
Yeah.
with it. There's too much going
Well,
on.
I feel like they're trying to copy the NHL style from last year, and it's just
100%.
not working at all.
It doesn't work
But
the same.
they're missing because like the NHL was like, wasn't it just like
It was 4 countries, and they
Tournament
had a
style.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was way better.
But they
than-
played like a full
much
game, right? Like
Yes.
it was like they played a full
Yes,
game.
yeah.
I think that's what they should do in the All-Star game. Just take the
100%.
world versus the
1000%.
U.S. and play a 48
Because
minute game.
no one respectfully wants to see stars versus stripes. We just want
Yeah.
to see USA versus world.
By the way, the world is going to destroy the Stars and
for
Stripes
sure.
teams.
Yeah.
They are so
Shout out
much better.
Canada.
Yeah, USA is getting cooked, but February is a huge month for sports. We had the Super Bowl, the All-Star Game, and this year we also have the Winter Olympics. And one thing very special about the Olympics are all the nation's different outfits. Some work, some don't. So let's see the best ones with a little start bench cut. Guys, I'm so happy bringing this
do
one
it.
back.
I love Star
do it.
Trek.
I can't
This
wait
is
to see this
one
one.
of
This
my
one will be
favorite
fun.
segments from last year. Oh.
Oh, wow.
So what are the countries we have here? We have the U.S.
Haiti. Haiti is the one in the
Haiti?
middle. And then what's the one on the
What's the
right?
far
That's
one?
France? No.
France?
Yeah, France and Haiti,
France.
France
Yeah.
and Haiti.
yeah.
France.
So US
Go
Yeah,
first.
Sure, go ahead.
I mean, I am American, but
Really?
Really?
I didn't know that.
I think am I the only one? The Polo Ralph Lauren American outfit
tough.
is trippy.
It's
tough.
I'm
That
starting
looks
that.
really good.
I am benching France. It looks like an astronaut kind
There's
of.
no
and I'm
way.
cutting Haiti. I would never.
no
That is absurd.
You
That
are
is
cutting
absurd.
Haiti. There is no way. Obviously, you're not going to wear that. That's like a dress. But look at the back. Look what that dude is wearing back there.
Off the bat.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, off the bat, I'm probably cutting France. Like,
Wait, you're not wearing the dress? What do you mean you're not wearing
I'm
the
not wearing the dress. I'm not wearing the
Yes,
dress.
me too.
I'd rather not wear a dress personally.
No,
You know, that's just
I'm probably
personal
cutting
preference.
France. Look, America is obviously our country. We love it, but I kind of like the Haiti. They're kind of
You're
like.
starting?
I'm starting Haiti. They're
Wow.
paying like.
You're wearing a
Wow.
dress?
Nah, do you see the guy in the back? He looks
That's
like a
what I'm
Fortnite
saying.
character. Look at him.
Yeah.
Like if I could look like a Fortnite
you
character,
changed my
for a day-
mind.
But
So
the France guy also kind of looks like a Fortnite.
Okay.
yeah, but he looks like a skin you wouldn't want to buy. Like that just looks like
Yes.
you're just like you wouldn't want to
Okay.
buy that skin.
That
The
looks
guy
like
in Haiti, you'd want to buy
Battle
that
Pass
skin.
tier 11.
Okay.
Yeah, the France one's like low battle pass. The Haiti one, like that's
That's
like
tier
that's
100.
like special
That's
event
tier
stuff.
100. I'm with Jude. I think I'm on the same wave as Jude here. I'm starting Haiti. I love what I'm seeing. I'm benching the U.S. Jordan Stoltz, fastest speed skater we got right there, going to bring
out.
home gold.
Shout out.
I like him. He looks drippy. I'm cutting the State Puff Marshmallow Man. What are we doing over here, dude? What are we
100%.
doing? That looks terrible.
100%.
I mean, is there any surprise? I mean, it's France.
And it's
Come
the
on
French.
now.
Oh, boy. Go eat a croissant, dude.
Don't you have a pretty good French accent, don't you, Terrence?
Oh,
You want-
no, I
you
don't.
want
I
to-
don't.
you wanna
I
bring that back?
I
Penn
don't.
State?
No, exactly. They don't talk about Penn State.
Bro, I think
What are
that
you doing?
I think that guy in France is thinking a lot about Penn State actually, but he's getting cut partly for
He's ready
that.
for the whiteout, that's for sure.
He's very much ready for the whiteout. He's also ready after like a blizzard for something. 'Cause that's a very thick jacket. I think it's a bit much. I'm definitely cutting the Marshmallow Man.
Yeah.
It is the Winter Olympics. But
And
yeah.
guys, like the USA's dripped out.
They're just-
That is so fly.
Is that the same dude for France and U.S.?
No,
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 what?
Two dudes.
Obviously
no.
not.
It's just two blonde dudes.
Guys, USA is fly. That's smooth. That's
The
gangster.
turtleneck
That's
is nice,
awesome.
though, I will say.
I do like it. I love the U.S. one. Don't get
Yeah,
me
I do.
wrong.
He's got the Christmas sweater with the polo Ralph Lauren with the belt. You know, like it's just like.
Looks
come
good.
on.
No, it looks good.
Come
He-
on.
he-
Looks tough.
It looks like
He's looking
someone that would
good.
go shopping in Milan. Like it looks like a Milan
Yeah,
type of
I
thing.
agree.
So
Look like a
I
Milan
like it.
I
You
was
would
thinking
know
Gary,
having been in
Indiana.
Italy.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
exactly. It does very much.
Is that how they walk around?
It actually in Milan it is. I'm dead serious. It's the fashion capital of Italy.
I was
so.
thinking more at like Exposition Park, like.
That's exactly what I see when I'm walking out of my dorm at 9 in the morning to come here.
I mean, I think that's a horse they got on the Haiti
That
one.
is
That
indeed a
looks
horse,
so
yes.
good. That looks
It's
fantastic.
like Rudolph, like
No.
I don't know if I'd say that.
it's a red deer, whatever.
No.
Okay.
Rudolph was not a red deer.
That is a horse.
He was
That is-
he was a
that-
reindeer.
He was a
So,
reindeer. who had
they
a
have
red
antlers,
nose.
Casey.
As Christmas vibes, is what I'm saying.
I would say we have more Christmas.
Agreed,
vibes, to be
agreed.
honest.
But they have the colors. Okay, whatever.
Look, I see both your points there, but I mean, they all thought they had good style. And for the most part, at least Haiti and USA do. I don't know
Not,
about France.
not those silly
France.
French people.
But when we're all young, we all think we have good style, right? Unfortunately, that's just not true at all.
I don't know.
So let's take a trip down memory lane and let's see our cast's worst outfits. Oh, wow,
boy.
these are some of the people not on the bench.
So this is some of our crew. We have Andy Morelli for sure in the
Campbell
front.
on the right.
All right, who's that?
Who is that?
Someone who runs.
That's a tough photo.
Is it Anthony?
Is that no, I think that's a woman.
Oh,
I think that's
sorry, I thought it was the guy with the star.
no.
No, you are guessing the one with the star.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're guessing the cast member, Terrence.
Oh,
Terrence, that's someone's mom, probably.
oh, then I do think
Really?
it's Anthony. I do think it's Anthony
It's
then.
someone who runs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good. That was a good guess. It is me.
I
That's
was about
me
to
and
say.
my mom.
I was like, I don't think that looks like anyone.
That's me and my mom at my mom's high school color run. 'Cause she was a
okay.
teacher.
Okay.
fine.
yeah.
I don't usually dress
Why
like
is
that.
your
That
face
was-
not there? Oh, Campbell?
Well, no, Campbell was up already.
Is it Lily?
Oh
And
yeah.
so was Andy.
Lily?
That's not Sammy, so I think it's Lillian.
Yeah, I'd say Lillian. Probably. I don't know if we got confirmation on that. Too.
Who knows?
I
Who knows?
I can say that's me.
That's
You
you?
can't see my face in there. That's what my friend and I
shot.
you
wore.
said you wouldn't wear a dress?
Oh, damn.
Yeah, wait. Let's backtrack on that.
Yeah, that's me and my boy Daniel. Yeah, we went as
I'm
cheerleaders
not,
for
I fully
Halloween.
thought the
I don't
person
remember
on the left
why.
was a girl. I'm gonna be fully honest.
Yeah, well then I did it.
And
No, you
you're-
did it right. You
did
did it
a damn
right.
good
And
job,
you have a
sounds like.
ginger wig on?
Yeah, I don't remember who I got that. I think from my mom.
This
or
was for
maybe-
Halloween, I'm
Yeah,
guessing?
Halloween.
Okay.
Halloween. I wasn't
Wait,
just
wait,
wearing
what in the world could you have possibly been there?
a cheerleader.
You look like a Girl
Wow.
Scout.
You look like a
take
flight
it.
attendant.
It is Girl Scout season.
I'm also taking.
Girls and cookies are out.
so
You look like a flight attendant there. What?
You
I
do
just
look
kinda
like
see
a
that.
flight attendant. Yeah.
I kinda
like
see
a
that, yeah.
United flight. Like you'd be.
United
Can,
flight?
can you bring me my pretzels and stroop waffle, Terrence?
Oh, whoa.
Jude? Is that Jude?
All green?
This is
feel
I
like
can't
Jude
see
would
any
wear that.
faces.
I can't see any faces, but I'm gonna assume.
Based
Not
on
gonna
the figure,
assume.
is it Jude?
I think Jude. I think Jude's a
Yeah,
tough.
it is me. This was
All
like
right.
I knew it.
this was like Halloween. This
Okay,
had
so we
to
have
be,
two Halloween
like,
picks,
elementary. Yeah.
I like it.
But I like how you figured that out based off the figure.
Yeah,
What do you mean by
Seems
that?
like you know
Do you
Drew
pay
really
attention to my
well.
figure a lot? Is you
I've been
always
studying.
Oh my God.
All right.
Moving on.
I mean, that's a
Next
little
one,
personal.
next
We don't need what you guys do outside of the water
This-
cooler.
Sammy.
Sammy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say Sammy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sammy, yeah.
Sammy.
That's our.
I mean, just
that's
you know,
our
process of
director,
elimination.
Sammy.
I would.
I think so, yeah.
Well,
I mean,
why-
we
why
can't
do
see your
we-
face, and she's
Why,
not.
why do we think it's Sammy?
Just kind of getting those vibes.
Could be Lillian.
Vibes.
Maybe Lillian.
Maybe Terrence.
Hey, we'll throw Casey in there. we'll throw Casey in there too. We haven't seen Casey yet, I don't think.
Wait, I'm gonna say actually, I think it's Alana.
Casey was in the.
Was he?
Yeah, he was wearing.
Oh,
the,
what?
like-
It is Alana, by the way.
It's
Producers
Alana.
just told me that's Alana.
Oh. I guess that makes sense too.
That would
Yeah.
check out.
Yeah. Okay.
that-
Yeah. Also makes
She's
sense.
always been fashionable. Look
Yeah.
at that. Alana's best dressed every week,
Alana's
and she's
dripped
best dressed
out.
back in elementary school too.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Seriously.
Oh wow, USC.
Oh, I'm
Kyle.
going.
Yeah,
Kyle.
Kyle. Gotta be Kyle.
It's
Yeah.
gotta be Kyle.
Yeah.
Gotta be Kyle.
Kyle was the only USC fan growing up.
Can
Yeah.
tell.
It's
He has
definitely
that
Kyle.
little dot right here, birthmark on his finger.
What?
I can tell.
What
What
did
a
you just say? It is
random
Kyle,
pull.
but what the heck
What
did you
a
That's how I knew
random-
it wasn't the
random-
outfit. It was the birthmark on his left finger.
But how can you see
Well, I cannot see.
What are
it.
you talking about?
You're joking?
No,
I was
yeah,
messing with him.
So Kyle doesn't have a birthmark on his left
He
finger?
might. I don't know.
Kyle, where's your birthmark? The people need to know.
Can we get confirmation? That's gotta be Liam.
I was gonna say Liam.
That's Liam, yeah.
That's gotta be Liam.
That looks like yeah.
And then full Nike
fit,
tech in what
yeah.
looks like some like
Hands
tropical
in the pocket.
country.
He just looks like the chill guy.
That's
Yeah,
He's just a
yeah,
chill guy.
literally,
He's
dude,
just a
yeah.
chill
He
guy.
spends his summers in Lake Eleanor.
No, he's doing the how to do it to him.
That's
Liam
Lake
just-
Eleanor. That's Lake Eleanor in Virginia. He spends his summers there.
That how,
Wow, great job. That is
Okay.
like Eleanor. That is
wow. Okay, yeah.
great job.
Yeah, he just looks like.
I'm just
I bet
proving
Liam.
to you guys,
I bet Liam had a nice little cheeky smile in there too.
Yeah, yeah,
little dip in the plate.
Yeah.
Chill guy. Like a chill guy.
Yeah.
All right, well, I think that's everybody. So who do you guys think had the best outfit there?
I think Terrence.
I think
honestly.
I'm gonna honestly go with
Because
Terrence.
Thank you guys.
tricked
Thank
all
you
of us.
guys.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
did.
Terrence,
Yeah.
Terrence had to top that one. I can't
Yeah,
lie.
I almost sent Campbell a basic, just a
Oh,
highlighter fit thing because that's obviously what I
boring.
wore.
Yeah,
But no, I was in a. I saw
that
this
was
picture. I was
good.
like, you know what? No,
That was
I'm in
good.
a skirt, and that's the only time I've worn a skirt. So
Yeah. And you
By the
don't
time
remember.
we know.
And you don't remember what it
know.
was for.
Halloween. It was for Halloween.
No, but like you don't remember like who you were trying to.
I
mess
think a
with?
cheerleader. I think just
cheerleader,
me and
okay.
my friend Daniel were cheerleader. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's all it was.
Cool.
Yeah.
Don't knock it till you try it. You know?
So we're all with Terrence. Terrence got the worst style on the entire crew, I guess.
No, for best style. Best style.
Best to be in the
That's not what the producers said.
To each their own. To each their
okay.
own. But anyway, we can argue about who's the worst style all day. Obviously, it's Terrence, but that's all the time we have for today. For our entire cast and crew, thank you for watching The Water Cooler, and we'll see you next time.